सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः The misery in human life is because of the mind. Success in human life is also due to the mind. If the mind is disciplined, life is disciplined. If mind is agitated, the life is agitated. Once Swami Vivekananda was asked, if there is reincarnation and if you are born as a child, what should you do? He said, if I will be born as a child, first I will learn how to conquer the mind, how to discipline the mind. Once the mind is disciplined, everything is in my hand. Look at your own life. Analyze the moment of happiness, unhappiness. Analyze your own daily life. You can easily see that how mind is regulating our life. We have become a toy, a puppet in the hand of the mind. Why did God give this mind to us? Remember, mind is a slave. Mind is an instrument. God gave this mind to serve us. Unfortunately, the mind is dictating us, ruling us, we don't know. From childhood onwards, the parents told, be a good boy, be a good girl, study well, do this, do that. But no parent, no teacher told, look, this is the mind. If you can really use it or discipline it, if the mind is good, you will be good. You can study well if the mind is concentrated, focused, you can study better. Without going to the root of the problem, everybody told us to remain on the surface. Just to think, has anybody, either your friends, parents, teachers told that discipline your mind or this is the way to discipline the mind? Nobody told. On the other hand, living in this world with restlessness, temptation, excitement, we gathered many vices, many negativities, and when we became a little bit careful or conscious of our own being, it is quite late. There is nothing to blame also. This is the time in which we are living. If I think of the Vedic period thousands of years ago, when the little child was taught both things, how to live in the world, how to discipline the mind, how to bring both love and action together. Time has changed, modernity and so-called modern way of life or success in modern life is measured in terms of material accomplishment. We tell a country is great not because of other things except material prosperity. However, when we are sitting here to discuss about yoga as taught by says Patanjali and explained by Vyasadeva, Vachaspati Mishra and Vijnana Bhikshu, while describing the first sutra, Vijnana Bhikshu in his Yoga Vartika quoted two verses, beautiful verses. Nasti Sankhya Samam Jnanam, Nasti Yoga Samam Valam. Nasti Sankhya Samam Jnanam, Nasti Yoga Samam Valam. Balam Prarabdhasya api Atikramena Swechaya Sikra Moksha Hetuhu. He said, it is said, there is nothing better knowledge than Sankhya. There is nothing greater strength than yoga. And while explaining this verse, he is telling, Balam, why it is a strength? Prarabdhasya api atikramena swechaya moksha hetuhu. Even one can overcome, one can overpower or destroy prarabdha or destiny. A thought comes that this destiny which we say, this destiny, what is this? Destiny in Sanskrit is prarabdha. Prakrustena arabdhate iti prarabdha. That which has started giving the result. That which is giving the fruit already from your existence in this body. Prakrustena arabdhate iti prarabdha. Destiny is that which is already giving you fruit since your existence. Existence where? Existence even in the mother's womb. A simple question comes to mind. Why does God do this to me or do this to the child? The child has done no wrong. Why the child is born like this? What did wrong this child do for which the child is suffering? When I recollect my childhood was full of suffering, full of troubles. As a sick, premature baby. Why? It is because it is my own karma, own action from the past which has already given result from the mother's womb. Prakrustena arabdhate iti prarabdha, that is destiny. To understand destiny a bit, the family in which I am born, do I have any choice? No. The gender which we have, did we have any choice? The answer is no. The country in which I am born, did I have a choice? The answer is no. The physical appearance that I carry with, did I have a choice? The answer is no. There are many things in our life on which we do not or we did not have a choice. It is given to us. And you cannot attribute this choiceless things that we have in our life. It is God-given. Remember, God is not partial. God is not discriminating. God is not favoring somebody and disliking somebody. God is beyond. God is love. It is only our own karma. Nothing else. We discussed the other day, even we switch off the fan, this fan is moving for some time, the body is existing even after self-knowledge, after realization, and we have to pass through something through this body also. Now the question is here, says Patanjali Sutra, the first sutra describing about Atha Yoganusasanam, Vijnana Bhikshu said, Nasti Sankhya Samam Jnanam, there is nothing greater knowledge than Sankhya. There is nothing greater knowledge, strength than yoga. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord said, Ekam Sankhyam cha Yogam cha Yah Pasyati Sa Pasyati. This path of knowledge and path of yoga, never think they are two. They are one. Ekam Sankhyam cha Yogam cha Yah Pasyati Sa Pasyati. One who has the eyes or vision, understanding, finds that knowledge and yoga, they are one. They are not two. And why there is nothing greater strength than yoga, says Vijnana Bhikshu said, Balam prarabdhasya api atikramena swechaya sighra moksha hetu. Through practice of yoga, you can achieve perfection, success, realization, freedom, sighra, quickly. Those who have listened to Gurudev used to say, Kriya Yoga is the quickest means of success. Kriya Yoga is the easiest, simplest, surest, quickest and the best. Gurudev used to say, everything in superlative degree. As a young student of Gurudev, sometimes I was thinking, oh, he is telling this just to encourage us, practice it. It is so beautiful. It is not he alone. You think of Vijnana Bhikshu when he is telling Sighra Moksha Hetuhu. This is the cause, this is the element which will give you quickest success, surest freedom. Again, to describe this, Vijnana Bhikshu said, Binispannam samadhisu muktim tatraiva janmani prapnoti yogi yogagni dagdha karmachayah achirat. Binispannam samadhisu, one who is entering into the state of samadhi, muktim tatraiva janmani. In this very birth, tatra means there, one will achieve liberation, freedom. Yogi prapnoti, the yogi attains this freedom. Yogagni dagdha karma chayah achirat. The yogi burns all the bondage of karma, whatever I have done in the past. I don't know what I have done, for example, life before, but in this life, what we have done, we know it. Good or bad, both are bondage, both binds us. One can be free from both karmas in this life, and it is in your hand. We discussed the first sutra, Atha Yoga Anusasanam. To describe Anusasanam, it is said to whom to discipline and who discipline. Sistasya Sasanam Anusasanam. Vyasadeva said, Sistasya Sasanam Anusasanam. Whom to discipline? One who is good, one who is humble, one who is obedient. Shista means one who is humble, one who is noble, one who is obedient. Discipline him. Not to discipline wayward, revolting. Because once you try to discipline a rebellious one, he will be more rebellious. It is said, Sistasya shasanam anusasanam. Let us think, am I humble? Am I obedient? If I am not humble, if I am not obedient, I will react. With the teachings of the teacher, the mind would react. Oh, too much. Extreme. Mind reacts. So here it is said, one who is humble, one who is noble, one who is obedient should be disciplined. Now the question is, when one is humble, noble, and obedient, does he or she need discipline? The answer is yes. Humility, nobility, or obedience are foundation of bringing discipline into life. This nobility, humility which a student, a disciple has, is coming with that humility to the teacher, discipline me. Discipline me, teach me, train me. I want to grow, I want to move forward, help me. Now the teacher is to discipline, and the student should be disciplined. And while disciplining, a teacher should be non-compromising. If I discipline him or her, maybe he will go away. If one goes away, let it go away. If one is to go away, let it go away. I don't want to entertain with sweet, flowery words so that one will stay. Maybe when one stays, he will serve me, he will do work for me. Forget. A good teacher is non-compromising in pointing out the mistakes, the weakness of the student. And the student should be obedient, humble, and noble, accepting this discipline. In this discipline, the teacher begins with step by step. Eat this, don't eat this. Sleep this much, don't sleep more. Do this, don't do that. Put some do's and don'ts. Put some do's and don'ts. And this is the beginning. I was, in my childhood, reading the books of Swami Shivanandaji. In his book, his teachings are full of do's and don'ts. Swami Shivananda, he is a great yogi of modern India and who authored many beautiful books, professionally a medical doctor and a highly advanced master of modern India. His books were very motivating in my young age, in my teenage. It is said, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. A lot, do's and don'ts. Okay? When I read, so I made few policies. Okay, I will not do this, I will not do that. And remember, in the journey, we fail many times. When we try to practice some discipline, not that I make some promise and I will be perfect overnight. It is not possible. There will be some failure. But this failure should not bring discouragement, unhappiness, or dissatisfaction, telling that, oh, this is not my way. Confused mind gets easily dissuaded from the path that this is not my way. The example is given as a little baby trying to walk. A little child trying to walk falls down many times, hurting the knee, even hurting the lips, tears rolling down, blood coming out sometimes maybe from the lip because of the soft, tender lip, and teeth falling down, hitting. Why do I tell this? I did that. Through that, the child learns to walk. Similarly, failures are pillars of success. Never accept failure as failure and permanent failure. I will succeed. Why not? If the masters have assured, if the scripture has assured, so I have got assurance from two sources. I will not take my mind. My mind will create trick. Before going to the second sutra, first we'll discuss a little bit about our mind, which will give us the understanding what this mind is. Many times I discussed with psychologists, what is mind? Those who have read a little bit of psychology, they will find the mind, and in the Western thinking, the mind and soul, it is taken as together. Mind or soul, it is taken as together. We are discussing from yogic, Vedantic viewpoint. Each individual, as we are, we have three coverings. Individual or the embodied being, Jiva, has three coverings. Just like you think of this space. You think of this space, space is vast or not? The answer is yes. Can you measure space? Space as it is? The answer is no. You think of the sky, how vast. And this space being covered with wall becomes a hall. Remove the walls, it is the same space, in and out becoming one. The hall can be divided into small rooms also. If you think in the same example that in one open space we built few cottages, and we see there are 50, 60 cottages in one space, one area. In the same way you think, we all are sitting here like small, tiny cottages. This body is a cottage. This body is a cottage, and in this body cottage, the soul is living. The soul living and moving in this body cottage is thinking that I am a small cottage, or I am so and so. Just to think what we think of ourselves. This body is like a small cottage. Your body is a big cottage. My body is a small cottage. But we living in our own cottages, you think that you have a big house, I have a small house. But it is not also true. Most of us, or if you think the people of the world, they don't think that we live in this body house, they think that I am this body. The yogis said, the body which you have, it is not one, it is three. It is three. Last night, I had a dream. In the dream, I was trying to shout, but I was not able to shout. Okay? I was trying to call, who is this? But voice is not opening. You might have that type of dream also. Why? It is because my gross body is there. My subtle body is trying to shout because it is detached from the gross body in dream, is not able to shout. Then I became conscious, then I saw a dream. How many bodies we have? The yogis said we have 3 bodies. It is gross body, astral body, and causal body. Gross or physical body, astral or subtle body, and causal body. What is this gross body? This gross body is made of 5 elements. I will not go too much detail into it. This gross body is born, is existing, is growing up, is becoming matured, becoming old and degenerating, and then dying. This is the nature of the gross body. Jayate, asti, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinasyate. This body is born, the body is existing, the body is growing, the body is maturing, the body is degenerating, the body is dying. This is gross body. This gross body is physically visible. You can see, you can touch, you can smell. Each one's body smells differently. You can taste the body. You'll say, how does the body taste? You can try it. The body can taste and the body can make sound. 5 sense perception. The body makes sound. Sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. This is the gross body. Apart from this gross body, there is subtle or astral body, sukshma sarirani saptadasa avayavani. Sukshma sarirani saptadasa avayava vishishta. This subtle body is having 17 limbs. 17. And in some text it is said 19 limbs. How many? 17 or 19. What are these 17 or 19? The 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of action, 5 pranas, and if it is 17, mind and intellect. If it is 19, mind, intellect, ego and memory. Mind, intellect, ego and memory. These are 17 or 19. And causal body or karana sarira, it is ignorance and knowledge together. That which is the cause of our being here or going somewhere or leaving body and remaining in some other state, it is because of our ignorance and knowledge. Why did you come here? Come here means I'm not talking to this class. Why did you come to this world? You might have some dream. Oh, I want to be this. You might have some desire. So many times it happens that we dreamt, we desired, but when we got that, we forgot that it was our thought. Remember, nothing is happening without our own desire. Swamiji, did I desire to suffer like this? You did not know that with something achieving, there is something misery. You did not know. We are having this misery or suffering because of ourselves, our own desire. Now let us come. 5 organs of perception. The eyes to see, ears to hear, nose to smell, tongue to taste, skin to touch. 5 organs of perception. With eyes I see you, with ears I hear your talk, with nose I smell, with tongue I taste, and with skin I touch. 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of action. With mouth I speak, with feet I go, with hands I give and take, with genital there is pleasure, procreation, with anus we excrete. So 5 organs of action. Then comes mind, intellect, ego and memory. We'll stop at this point because this mana or the mind, what is this? The word for mind in Sanskrit is mana, M-A-N-A, mana. Very simple word to utter, mana. This mana is coming from the root verb man, M-A-N, man, not man. This man root verb has few meanings. It is very interesting. What is mind to understand? You should know how this mind or mana in Sanskrit is defined with its origin. If I ask you, what is mind? In English, what will you say? Tell me. But in Sanskrit, we have a special way to understand, very clear way to explain what is mind. This mind in Sanskrit is mana, is coming from manadhatu. Manati means to be proud. Manati, to be proud. Manyate or manute means to think. Manyate, manute, to think. Manayate, the same manadhatu having different usage, to worship. Manayate, arche, to worship. Mana dhrutau, to hold, to grasp, to comprehend, to cognize. Mana dhrutau. So we discussed few different meanings of the root verb man, from which mind is derived. Mind, manati, to be proud. Are you proud? Yes, I am proud to be a girl. You can see even a little child is proud. Little child is also proud because the mind is working, mind is functioning. Manyate or manute, to think. The mind thinks, deliberates. The mind collects ideas, thoughts, memory. The mind collects. Manadhrutau. Manayate, to worship, to adore. Now, this mana in Sanskrit, which gender it has? Not danger. Mind is dangerous. Mana in Sanskrit, the gender is neutral. Neutral gender. Mind is neither masculine nor feminine. You know, why do I tell this gender? The neutral kliba. In Sanskrit, they say klibalinga. It can sometimes behave like this, behave like that. That's why it is neutral. Klibalinga. Neither male nor masculine nor feminine. Mind is like that. Behaves like this, behaves like that. Now, this mind starts functioning in mother's womb. According to the yogis, garbhasthasya saptami masi jayate. The mind starts functioning with its force from 7 months onwards in the womb. Garbhasthasya saptama masi jayate. It is said by a yogi in a text, Sukhabodha. In Ayurveda it is said, Panchame Manaha. In Ayurveda it is said, in the 5th month, the mind starts functioning in the baby in the womb. It is said by Susruta, Panchame Mana. The mind starts functioning in the mother's womb from the 5th month. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord said, among all these sense organs, I am the mind. Indriyanam manascha asmi. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord said, Indriyanam manascha asmi. I am the mind among all sense organs. It is said in Vishnu Purana, Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayoho baddho hi vishaya saktim muktaha nirbishayam tatha. In Vishnu Purana, 6th chapter, 3rd verse. Mind is the cause of bondage. Mind is the cause of liberation. When the mind is attached to sense objects, mind is in bondage. When mind is free from sense objects, mind is free. In Bruhat Aranyaka Upanishad, it is said, Ananta vai manaha. Ananta vai manaha. The mind is infinite in its nature. Mind is infinite by its nature. Although it is said Ananta vai manaha, it is not that Ananta means as we take it for God or soul, God is absolute infinite. It is said infinite because of mind's potentiality. Infinite thoughts, many thoughts, because of that mind is said Ananta vai manaha. In the yogic text, in Vedantic text, mind is considered as antaha karana. Karana means instrument. Karana means instrument. Mind is an instrument. Before we go a little bit deep into it, let us think what an instrument is. What is an instrument? Instrument is a tool which is useful if it is the hand of a skilled or trained person. The same instrument can be dangerous if it is not in the hand of skillful person or if it is not handled tactfully. For example, knife is an instrument. Knife is an instrument. Knife is useful or not? The answer is yes. With knife we chop vegetable. With knife the surgeon operates the body. With knife we do many work. It is useful. But the same knife can be in the hand of a criminal. A murderer can take life. Or the same knife in the hand of a child who is not so careful can cut his finger. It is not the mistake of knife, it is the mistake or good thing that one who uses it. So, mind is an instrument. It is said in our life there are 10 outer instruments, 4 inner instruments. 10 outer instruments, 10 tools What are the 10 outer instruments? We discussed already the 10 organs, 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of action. God has given you eyes. The eyes are where? In the outer part of the body. Yes or no? Yes. It is in the front of her face. The eyes are instruments. This instrument can be used to see things. It is your choice to see what. You can see good thing, you can see bad thing. It depends upon you. How do you use your eyes? God has given you mouth to speak. It is an instrument. With mouth we speak, we can communicate, we can sing, we can laugh. How do you use your mouth? It depends upon you, your nature, your personality, your mouth. These are the outer instruments. We have 4 inner instruments. 4 inner instruments are known as Antaha Karana. 4 inner instruments. What are these 4 inner instruments? Again it comes elaborate description of our mind. If you take mind with uppercase M in English, mind with uppercase M can be split into or divided into 4 aspects. Mind with lowercase m, mind, mana, buddhi, intellect, ahamkara, ego, chitta, memory. Chitta, memory. These are the 4 aspects of the big mind, or 4 inner instruments. We'll first stop at mana. Mana is mind. What is this mana? What is mind? Mind, intellect, ego, memory, they are all correlated. That's why I said mind with big M. Definition of mind given by the yogis, the Vedantins. What is mind? The first mind, vritti pravaha manaha. Vritti pravaha manaha. Vritti pravaha manaha. The second definition of mind, samsayatmika manaha. I will tell you the meaning. Samsayatmika manaha. The third definition of mind, chanchalatmika manaha. Chanchalatmika manaha. We'll stop here. What is mind? Vritti pravaha manaha. Pravaha means flow. Here vritti means we will take it as thought. Mind is a flow of thoughts. Mind is a flow of thoughts. Just contemplate a little. Thoughts are coming to you, coming to me, coming to every living being. Thoughts are coming as a flow, one thought, next thought, next thought, next thought. If you observe your own flow of thought, you will see it is going in a very strange way. This thought, that thought, this thought. Many times even we are not aware of our thoughts. As you have been practicing yoga, meditation, you might be aware of how thoughts are coming, how your moods are changing. You can be easily observing, oh, this thought is coming. Oh God. Gurudev used to say, thoughts should come, good and bad. And as we discussed the other day, Gurudev said thought and God are one. When good thought is coming, tell God, oh God, thank you, you gave me a good thought. Gurudev said, if a bad thought is coming, return back to him. I don't need it. If bad thought is coming, you return back to God. I don't need this thought. Take it back. I don't need. Just like you are sitting in a restaurant or you are sitting in a dinner, somebody is coming to serve, you say, I don't need. If you want something, you would say, okay, give this. However, let us come to this definition. Vritti pravaha manaha. Mind is a flow of thought. One thought is not mind. Two thoughts are not mind. Three thoughts are not mind. It is a flow, continuous flow of thought. If thought is not flowing, then you have no mind. Remember, if the thought is not flowing, you have no mind. If only one or two thoughts remaining in you, not other thoughts coming, then also you have no mind. Remember, to give you the understanding of this flow, I'll take you to the example of water. Think of the ocean. In the ocean, what is there? Water. Think of the lake. Think of the river. Think of the well. Think of your water tap. Think of a bottle of water or a glass of water. So everywhere there is, in all these examples, there is water in all. Although water is in the lake, water is in the pot, this water is not flowing. This water is not flowing. What is the difference between a river and a glass of water, or river and a lake? The difference is, in the lake or a glass of water, the water is not flowing. You can say it is stagnant, water in the pond, but in the river it is flowing. And the flow is continuous. The tap water, although it is flowing, it is not continuous, it is not a river. So river is a flow, continuously water is flowing. Similarly, a glass of water is not river. Water in the lake is not river. When water is continuously flowing within, the limit of two embankments, two banks, it is a river. Similarly, one thought is not mind, two thought is not mind, three thoughts are not mind. Mind is a flow of thoughts, one after the other. When we are talking of this flow of thought, I'll give you a little bit more insight into it. Analyze your own thoughts. The thoughts will tell you what you are. Analyze your own thoughts. The thoughts will determine your own nature, your own personality, your own life, your own thought. Gurudev used to say, good thought will make you good. Bad thought will make you bad. Look at your own thought. Which type of flow? Suppose the river is flowing. In the monsoon time in India, the river water is muddy. In the river water, because it is flooding, many things flows down. The trees, the animals, even the houses flow down because of flood. If you come in the month of November, December, it is not such strong flow of water, it is very clear, transparent, clean water. The same river. Ordinary human life is like the river in monsoon. A yogi's life is like the river in autumn or in winter. It's very clean, clear water flowing very smoothly, not unruly, indisciplined, and creating chaos as it is in flood time in monsoon. The mind is like that. Mind is a flow of thoughts, vritti pravaha manaha. Then it is said, what is the second definition of mind? Mind is samsayatmika manaha. Samsaya means doubt. Samsaya means confusion. Mind is the doubting faculty in the person. Mind is a doubting faculty. Mind always doubts. Mind is confused. It is said by the yogis, mind lives in confusion. Mind loves confusion. Once confusion is gone, there is no mind. You will say there is no mind when confusion is gone. No function of mind. What mind does, you just think. Because of many alternatives, mind is not able to take a decision. Should I go or should I not? Two possibilities. Should I eat or should I not? There are two possibilities. So mind is confused. Should I eat or should I not? Suppose I took a decision I should eat. When you sit to eat, then confusion comes. Should I eat this or should I eat that? Many times I give example in the West. Do you know? Being born in this country and especially in villages, and in the morning the breakfast, we didn't have any choice. The mother gave this breakfast and we used to eat whatever she gave. If you think of a child in the West, the mother would ask, what do you want to eat? You want to eat cereal or cornflakes, or you want to eat a toast or a sandwich? Now the child is confused. Do you want to drink a glass of milk or do you want to drink a glass of fruit juice? The child is confused because of many choices. But a child here is not confused because that is the breakfast mother has given and the child is eating. When choices are many, alternatives are many, mind gets more confused. And that is why, don't take it as a criticism. The Western mind is more confused than Eastern mind. It is a general statement. Don't take it very particular case. Where there are more opportunities, we have more confusion. When there are more choices, more confusion. Samsayatmika manaha. What the mind does, mind, should I do this, should I not? Another definition of mind, you can write it down. Sankalpa vikalpatmika manaha. Sankalpa vikalpatmika manaha. Sankalpa vikalpa. Mind is having the nature of sankalpa and vikalpa. Sankalpa means to think to do something, then deliberating not to do that, thinking of some alternative. Sankalpa means desiring something. Sankalpa. Vikalpa means finding some alternative also. We'll discuss more in the next class. Close your eyes. With love, think of God, think of Gurudev. O God, you have given us human life. You have given us three bodies, physical body, astral body and causal body. This physical body is born, is existing, it is growing up, it will mature, it will become gradually old, degenerating and dying. The death is inevitable for this physical body. O God, you have given us astral body, subtle body. This subtle body, the major constituent is the mind. you have given this beautiful mind. But unfortunately, without knowing the use of mind, the inner instrument, I have made this mind untrained, unruly, and it is overpowering me in many ways. O God, O Gurudev, give me strength to observe my mind and to discipline my mind and to be a yogi, to be in love, truth, and constant communion. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.